Fuckery.
You are so
Fuckery. 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 Fuckery.
fuckery, 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 fuckery,
Let's go. Don't wanna give me no job.
fuckery,
Me girl I got long bad. She ask money me no have. Just do the dance move, get mad. 2 times to the left.
What's going on, people? Gully Chris reactions. So it seems like a couple people liked my reaction and review, but my review on Sandeman Port. I've been doing these reaction and reviews. I kind of got the idea from Emmer Prevost, rest in peace, Emmer. He did reaction and review of movies, and I just got this idea. I see people, taste testing, beer, wine, all types of liquors, and I've been liking red wine. My thing with red wine is not to get drunk. I just like, drinking some red wine, but I do like the little sweetness sometimes. So I did a review of Sandeman's Founders Reserve Ruby Porto. All right, so I guess the Ruby Porto is aged 5 years, I think even more. I think I'm getting that wrong, and this one here is just fine Ruby Porto, and this one is the Tawny Porto. Okay, I know Tawny and Ruby is different. So established by George Sandeman in 1790, Sandeman has been shipping fine Portos all over the world for more than 225 years. This Ruby Porto is rich and gloriously red with plum and berry notes. Savor it with creamy cheeses, chocolate desserts, or fruit pies. Enjoy Sandeman Ruby, Tawny, or White on their own, on ice, or as a long drink. Definitely not cheese for me, because I'm not trying to deal with all of that extra coughing shit. And like you always hear me do sometimes in these videos, and I know that's kind of embarrassing. I can't help it. And I've been trying to edit that out, because sometimes I try to avoid doing that. I have allergies, and yeah, it's very annoying. Okay, here's the Tawny now. Established by okay, it was the same thing. All right, so Tawny, I guess, is aged differently. I think it's I should have taken notes, but all I know is the rubies are more darker, and then the Tawnies are a little more lighter, basically. I'm going to attempt to open these. So I'm just going to leave it as like a beginner's review, someone who doesn't know much about this, and I'm still learning. So if you're coming here to like learn, thinking I'm going to teach you something about Portos, I'm really not the person. Oh, and what I found out is, let me not forget, you see these stickers, right? This is how you know it is from Portugal, okay? It's not one of these ports that are from the U.S., all right? Not saying that U.S. ports are terrible, you know what I mean? I know I was talking shit about Taylor, all right? But that's just a bunch of sugary shit, okay? You don't really want to do all of that. These are quite easy to open. There's a thing on the side. You just peel it off, and then, oh, well, and you're not supposed to fuck it up like I did. Jeez. I fucked that one up, yeah. Shit. Other than being a dick, I got these off before I open them and pour them. I figure, actually just be a good person and just read it out. You know what I mean? So I'm on the Wikipedia. So I'm on the styles, all the different styles of port. Okay, so Ruby. We're gonna start with the one. We're gonna talk about the ones I tried already. And I'm going to try. Ruby port is the least expensive and most extensively produced type of port. After fermentation, It is stored in tanks of concrete or stainless steel to prevent oxidative aging and preserve its bright red color and full-bodied fruitiness. Excuse me. Be serious. The wine is usually blended to match the style of the brand to which it is to be sold. The wine is fined and cold filtered before bottling and does not generally improve with age, although premium rubies are aged in wood from 4 to 6 years. So it's premium, the Founder's Reserve that I have. Oh, here we go, Reserve. Reserve Ruby is a premium. Now, this is the one that we tried before. Reserve Ruby is a premium ruby port approved by the IVDP's tasting panel. The Cámara de Provadores in 2002, the IVDP prohibited the use of the term vintage character, as Reserve Ruby port had neither a single vintage, usually being a blend of several vintages of ruby, nor the typical character of vintage port. Okay, Tawny. This is one we're going to try. Like I said, I'm not sure if I even had Tawny before. The only thing I've ever had about port before I've even tried with Sandeman's, okay, it was Taylor. All right, and that's not even fucking from Portugal. Tawny. Tawny ports are wines usually made from red grapes that are aged in wooden barrels, exposing them to gradual oxidation. Okay, so they're exposed to oxidation, ruby's not. And evaporation. Evaporation, okay. As a result of this oxidation, they mellow to a golden brown color. The exposure to oxygen imparts nutty flavors to the wine, which is blended to match the house style. They are sweet or medium dry and typically consumed as a dessert wine, but can also pair with a main course. When a port is described as tawny, without an indication of age, it is a basic blend of wood-aged port that has spent time in wooden barrels, typically at least 3 years. Reserve Tawny port produced by, okay, they're just naming all of these places, has been aged about 7 years. Above this are tawnies with an indication of age, which represents a blend of several vintages. The target age profile in years in wood is stated on the label, usually 10, 20, 30, or 40 years. These ports are produced by most houses. It is also possible to produce an aged white port in this manner, with some shippers now marketing aged white ports. Side note, in some places such as Canada, tawny may also be used to describe any port-style wine that is not produced in Portugal as per agreement with European Union. Okay. Let's crack these bad boys up. Open. You got that cork. That's like, put it back in. Nice. Ooh. Is that enough? So this is the tawny. Fine tawny. So it is, I know my camera sucks, so. Yo, these things smell amazing. I must say they smell good. Now we're gonna open up the ruby. So as you can see here, I know my camera, you can see the ruby's a little darker than the tawny. And yo, wow. I never thought I can, you can smell the nutty flavor in the tawny. So because I've tried the Founder's Reserve already, let me try the ruby first. No, I kind of felt that in my nose. Wow. I felt that in my nose. Whew. I think there is a difference between this one and the Founder's Reserve. It does taste good though. Wow. So we're gonna go to the Tawny now. I feel like the Ruby has more of a smell to it, like a more of that wine and that brandy smell to it compared to the Tawny. The Tawny, I think, just has like a mellow scent to it. It's like easy on the nose. This one is like more like aroma. There we go. So let's try the Fine Tawny. Wow. You don't get much of this is definitely I hate to use the term smoother because I feel like some people use that to promote a product, and I'm not promoting a product. You know, I work at a liquor store and I got these at a good price. Like I say, the beers, some of the stuff I get for free or half off or more than half off. I get a discount for buying there because I work there, but I chose to do this because I had an interest in port. This, when I drink this one, right, I get more of that. Like when I drink it, I get like a feeling like right even in the back of my it's like even in my nose, it's like I'm tasting and smelling at the same. I can't really break it down. I'm not a wine expert, but I drink this and it's like the flavors aren't. I taste great flavors, but it's not hitting me as hard as this one. I feel like that brandy and that wine gets you. Is it tannins? Is the word I'm looking for? But I think it's tannins. I think this one has more tannin than this one. You know what I mean? But it's not bad. You know what I mean? Let's see here. They both have 19.5% alcohol. So yeah. I actually like, but this Tawny is freaking amazing. You see, when I do that, and I switch it around, I get the taste of it. When I do that with the Ruby, I get a burn. Not a bad burn, but I get more of a. This one is like just tasting like a juice, but not like it's. I'm not trying to compare it to a juice, though. I'm trying to explain it in a great way. It's nothing compared to a juice. It's nothing like Carlo Rossi and Taylor Port. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to chill these because they're not chilled. Remember, like I did with the Ruby, with the Founder's Reserve, I said when I didn't chill it, it had more of a punch like this one had. But when I chilled it, it was, So I think I'm going to do that, and I'm going to come right back. Okay, so I'm back. As you can see, I chilled these bottles for a little bit, and I'm going to taste how they see how they taste chilled. So it's weird to say this, but that I don't know. Maybe I chilled it for too long. I put it in the fridge for about 2-3 hours. I don't know how. That was too long. I didn't leave it in open glass. I'm talking about the whole bottles. It still tastes great, but I feel like maybe the cold takes away from the flavor, a little bit. If I'm bugging, I don't know. I feel like it tasted better when it was warm. I don't know. That's. But it still tastes good. I'm not trying to say it doesn't taste good chilled though. I'm learning. I'm still learning this. Yeah, like I said, what I'm I'm still learning. I feel like the smell kind of goes away. I know someone said when you chill, uh, alcohol or red wine or anything that has to do with red, it takes away from the alcohol and some of the flavors. It like hides the flavors. It compresses it. Is that the right word? I don't know. Maybe it does. This ruby port though. Wow, that's funny. I said, because we say, oh, but this shit though, like in the East Coast. But I said, this ruby port though. But this ruby port though does taste different, cold though. Same thing with the Founders Reserve, and I have the Founders Reserve here. I had this chilled for a little more than a couple days. Yeah, because I had it when it was warm and chilled. I can say it tastes enough with the noise. I can say it tastes a little better compared to the Tawny. I would prefer the Tawny not to be too chilled. If the Tawny were to have a slight chill, maybe if it's too cold, maybe there's a certain temperature you should have it. With wine experts, they know certain temperatures. I've heard, like Merlot, you can have it at a certain temperature for it to be cold. I mean, for it to be good. Same thing with Pinot Noir. Certain temperature, if it's chilled to a certain temperature, it's good. I'm still learning, like I said, but I feel like the Ruby tastes great chilled. Tawny should not be that chilled, but this shit can be chilled. Like, wow. Now this one here, this is the Founders Reserve. So I'll try to compare it to this one. This has been aged longer than the regular Ruby. This has more of that, like, you can feel in the back of your throat. Something about Founders Reserve, you can feel it in the back. You can feel that, it's not a bad burn, but you feel that. Even when it's cold, you feel that burn go down. It's like taking medicine. It's like taking cough medicine, bro. It's like, it's crazy. And I'm not trying to say it tastes like cough medicine, but he gives you that feeling. Maybe if you're sick, this is cough medicine right here. But hey, this is the beginner's port experience, okay? All I can say is these are amazing. Sandeman. Let me stop blocking my face, okay? Maybe you can get a good look at this handsome face. Sandeman, hire me, okay? I'm promoting your stuff, all right? I love you. Sandeman's is good stuff. The reason why, it was at a great price at my store, at the liquor store I work at, and two different salesmen, okay, who don't even sell Sandeman's, recommended it. They were like, yeah, Sandeman's is good. They also recommended other stuff. One of the guys was telling me his favorite is vintage. He says Ruby's good. He says he appreciates a good Ruby, appreciates a good Tawny, but nothing's like a vintage. That's the shit. Okay, so that's on my list. I saw 2009 Fonseca vintage Porto for 2009 for $89.99. I was like, nah, chill. You're bugging. Not right now. So yeah, they recommended Sandeman's to me, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna take Sandeman. And I liked the little design, the guy in the coat, and I was thinking of the Sandman, it was the Sandman. So yeah, this is my beginner's Porto review. I'm a beginner. I don't know much about I'm not an expert at Porto. I'm not an expert wine taster. I just enjoy a good red wine. And yes, this is not 100% wine. They use brandy as well. Not like brandy already made, like fucking whatever. Like it's the grape, the brandy. I guess brandy's a grape. Like I said, I'm still learning. Okay, so, but all I'm saying is, if you want a good dessert wine, you want something after dinner, you want something to probably help put you to bed. Maybe this. I don't know, but I'm not trying to say, recommend you trying alcohol to put you to bed, because I don't want you to be an alcoholic. Because best believe I see them every day I go to work, and it's not a pretty sight. And yeah, I'm just joking, you know what I mean? So I don't want anybody to drink too much of these things so they can get addicted, all right? This is to be enjoyed, all right? Let me stop with my humor, all right? Don't drink every day. But anyway, this is something these are delicious. I'm not going to tell you which I would prefer over the other, even though the Tawny's not as strong. It's smoother going down, but the rubies, whether it's the Founder's Reserve or the regular fine ruby, they just have a nice flavor. These are just, I can't believe I didn't, all I knew was Taylor Port, and I'm like, oh, this shit is just sugary juice, and I'm like, it's just a knockoff of the original Porto, okay? You gotta get the real shit, okay? From Portugal, Porto. You see? When you get the sticker like that, you see that? What does that say? Vinho de Porto, okay? And yeah, I can't, I don't know Portuguese, so, yeah. Sandeman's, Graham's, Dow's, all of these places in Portugal that have that sticker, get it, all right? So yeah, I hope you like this review. I tried my best. I'm a beginner. I know I said it 100 times. Oh, and before I end the video, I think I try something that's a little different. I know some people might look at me crazy, but I was thinking maybe if I mix the ruby with the tawny, holy crap! Look how what? Look at the color. You can't even see through the glass now. Oh my god. I know I gotta, this is considered a dessert wine glass. I'm not sure. I've seen other people use different types of glasses for port, so I'm not an expert, like I said, so. Oh my god. I can't even do this, when they, I'm afraid it might spill out. Oh, luckily I'm good. Let's try the mix, Tawny and Ruby together. Why is it when I mix things, they're just great? I mix beers, I mix different things, and they just come out great. Listen, if you ain't mixing Tawny and Ruby together, you're missing out in life, okay? You are missing out in life. Mix them. That's it. Because I just made a classic. I never seen anybody with their reviews mix Tawny and Ruby in one. Did they ever do that? I do not think so, okay? Make sure you mix it in a separate glass. Make sure you enjoy them separately. But also, when you got time, mix it. I think I might finish this. And when I do finish this, I'm going to just definitely knock out, because I just started feeling a little buzz, but not that bad. You know what I mean? Because I've been taste testing and I've been swallowing. I haven't been spitting out. Wait, hold on. That does not sound right. You know what? Let's just end it right here. Thank you for watching.